6:06 a.m. this date, our night shift officers responded to this location in response to a shooting. When they arrived, they located a male that was later proved to be deceased, and there's a female, and she was taken to hospital for medical treatment to be checked out. And at this stage, we're not saying a whole lot about what occurred because we're trying to find out ourselves what occurred. And it's a suspicious death at this time. We've enlisted the help of the Bureau of Criminal Investigation, Identification, BCI and I. They're on scene helping us process the scene. The Lorraine County prosecutors been appraised and they've been assisting us. In addition, our officers and the county coroner, Dr. Mattis, has also been assisting us with this.
Chief, what constitutes a suspicious death?
Well, the subject was found deceased, that he was shot. I don't want to get into too many details because I don't want to jeopardize our case by giving too many details as to what exactly occurred, but he was shot in a manner that causes us great concern. And so we don't know at this point if it's a homicide, if it's a suicide, but we're treating it as a suspicious death.
We heard, well, how many gunshot wounds?
I don't really want to get into a lot of details because I don't want to jeopardize our case at this point.
Can you talk a little bit about what's been going on? We've seen people with metal detectors and, just, I guess, the search process.
Well, we're doing a full crime scene process. All this area you see is potential crime scene. So basically we're processing it to gather information, and it's like a puzzle. You get all the information you can, piece it together, and that would hopefully lead us to the truth of what occurred.
Where was he found dead?
In the residence.
In a bedroom or a...
Yeah, I could say that because I know the journal asked that, so I don't want to get in a lot of detail, but yeah, he was in a bedroom.
Okay, do you believe that's where he was shot at, or had the body possibly removed?
At this point, we don't even know that for sure ourselves.
Okay. Is there a specific reason you're considering the outdoors here part of the crime scene?
Again, I want to jeopardize our case, and I want to sound like a broken record, but it's a very important case, obviously, and we want to make sure we do it right because there's people involved, people's lives, family, and we're doing everything we can to process it and get all the information we can.
Do you expect for the wife to be charged or brought in as a person of interest?
The wife has been interviewed as to what her version of the facts occurred, and again, there's various witnesses that we may have to contact at some point. It just depends on where the case leads us.
So the female who was found here, who was taken to the hospital, that is the wife?
Yes.
Okay. And are you identifying either at this point?
No, at this point we know, I know the wife has been in contact with relatives, but we don't know if the husband's family has been contacted. Obviously that kind of fallen upon the wife to do, so again, at this point, we're not releasing a name. Maybe sometime later today or tomorrow, possibly.
Now, there's a couple that owns the Simcoe Tree Service. Would this be the couple that...
Again, I don't want to verify. You guys, you can speculate however you want. That's your business. But what I'm saying, out of respect to the family, I don't want to put something that somebody maybe happen to driving into town and hear something.
You mentioned witnesses. Were there other people here other than the husband?
Well,
and wife?
we have to canvass this whole area because obviously it's a residence, so we have to go basically and find out if anybody heard anything, saw anything, that type of thing. But again, it's early hours of the morning. And
did just the two reside in the house?
We're not 100% sure right now, but that's what we think at this time. Now, what we're leading towards, like I keep saying, it's a puzzle, okay? And we have a few pieces. Obviously, we have a deceased person. Obviously, we have weapons involved. Obviously, we have information that leads us to suspect that it needs looked into more than the average, suicide, because unfortunately, we have our share of suicides like any other community. But there's just certain information, without getting into detail, that leads us to believe that we have to pursue this a little bit more strenuously.
Something a little different about it.
Correct.
Do you have any history of incidents with this couple or this address?
That I cannot recall. This is not people that are known to us without checking into detail. Kish.